Hundreds of thousands of people across the globe are anxiously awaiting the launch of SpaceX's mission to the International Space Station this afternoon. If weather permits, it will be the first since 2011 from the United States soil and would mark a win for SpaceX as its first mission with a crew since being established 18 years ago. The astronauts traveling to the International Space Station are veterans Douglas Hurley and Robert Behnken. Engineer and NASA astronaut Christina Koch, who made history recently, has some advice for the space vets. She lived at the International Space Station for 328 days, which was the longest single space flight made by a woman. She returned in February of this year.
Well, being able to live on board the International Space Station and work there is just such a privilege. You know, you're a steward of this amazing laboratory that's bringing so many benefits down to Earth and also learning how we can push farther into the universe. So it is quite an honor, and I think that's the main thing about how it feels to be up there for a long duration. You know, in terms of advice, Bob and Doug have been great mentors for me. They've given me advice for so many years. It's strange to be the one who could be in a position to offer them anything. But I would say that as, you know, shuttle flyers, they used to participate in missions that were really, really intense, go, go, go all the time. Long duration space flight is more of a marathon than a sprint. So I would tell them to take that moment, enjoy it, and, you know, really welcome the opportunity to have part of your mission be taking it all in and sharing that with the people that got you there.
Thanks again.
SpaceX requires good weather not only at the Kennedy Space Station in Florida, but also across the waters in the event something goes wrong and the vessel needs to land in the water for, an emergency landing. So at this point in time, the weather is not pretty. And meanwhile, Chris Cassidy, who is the only American at the International Space Station right now, is eagerly awaiting the arrival of Doug and Robert. He is one of 9 astronauts from different countries there.
I'm astronaut Chris Cassidy, commander of Expedition 63 on board the International Space Station, flying 250 miles above the Earth. Like you, I'm excited about today's launch and the possibilities it will bring to America and to the world. But also, I'm very excited that 2 close friends will be arriving and joining the crew. I had the privilege of flying with Doug Hurley on both of our first shuttle missions back in 2009. Together, we came to the International Space Station and helped construct the amazing facility that it is today. Although this will be my first mission with Bob, it was my honor to follow him as the chief of the office when he left back in 2015 to begin training. Flag means so many things to our country, and this small piece of America represents what we'll be able to achieve together. We'll never stop exploring.
So let us all watch
Bob
together
and
as
Doug
a
can take this very
SpaceX meets
special flag
history.
home to
You're
Earth,
watching
where it awaits its
Death,
next
Not Just
journey to the
Headlines with
cosmos.
Deborah Anderson.
In a few